Hello pilots and ground crew, welcome back to my channel. As you have probably guessed in the thumbnail, I've got a new buzzer to show you today, and it's quite a special one actually. However, before we go down to the table and I show you the buzzer, as a lot of you'll know, if you're subscribers you'll know, right, I've had quite a few bad days, things have gone wrong. In fact, I'm not even going to mention it. Right, if you've watched the videos you'll know what's been happening to me, alright, in the model world, not in, shall we say, real life. We're talking the model world. Alright, but yeah, I've had some bad stuff happen lately. But you know, when you're feeling like crap and then it only takes one thing to sort of like give you a bit of perspective and perk you up. Well, there's a young lad, I'm not going to say his name, alright, right like that, because he might not want me to, plus I don't want to embarrass him or out. But a young lad who subscribes to me, and he likes my videos and stuff, but he's a nice lad. We've sort of chatted, because we're on the same Facebook group as well, right, for drones. But anyway, I digress. But after what had happened to me last time, he actually, and he's only a young kid, still at school, only a young lad, right, actually sent me, right, I've got a PayPal donation button on my channel, you see, but he actually sent me some money as a donation to get a replacement, go towards replacement battery, because I'd lost another battery. Right, and before anyone says, oh, I refunded him the money. Like I say, he's only a young kid, but I was so appreciated. You know what I mean. I was so appreciated, if that's even a word, of what he did, and it really gave me like a smile, because you know when somebody does something for you when they don't have to. You know, like if you open the door for somebody, right, and they walk through and they say, oh thank you, that was nice of you, and it sort of makes you feel a bit good. Well, this young lad sending me some money, right, made me feel really sort of like there's some really decent people out there. And with it being such a young kid, and young kids nowadays, right, get such a bad rap, you know what I mean, I thought, what a bleeding nice thing to do. And it picked me up, because I have been feeling really down, well, not down as in depressed and all suicidal or out like that, we're not going that far, but I've been a bit peed off with everything that's been going on. And with this young kid sending us the money, which as I say, I did refund him and tell him thank you, but I couldn't accept it. Right, because it's not as if I'm skin, plus with him being a young kid it was probably his pocket money or something, but I thought what a wonderful sweet gesture he'd done to do that. And I just wanted to mention it because it perked me up, and maybe this, if anyone's feeling a bit peed off with this hobby, you know what I mean, if something bad's happening, it might just perk them up a little bit to know there's nice people out there. But yeah, so he knows who I'm talking about, so I wanted to say thank you, and I hope you understand why I had to return the money. Right, but God did I appreciate it, and it really made me feel good, as in what a really nice thing to do. Anyway, that's my little thank you. Now let's talk about this new buzzer, the Hellgate buzzer, Hellgate Fpv Buzzer, and it's a tiny little bloody thing. We'll go onto the bench and have a closer look at it, right, and why I got it for a Pacific quad, right, and I thought, yeah, this is something I need for that quad, and I haven't even got the quad frame or out like that. I haven't even got the quad yet, I should say. But yeah, so we'll go to the bench, have a look at it, and I'll tell you what's special about it. You may have seen them before, you may not have done. Right, and before anyone says, oh, it's just another buzzer you put on your quad, it's a little bit special. It's a little bit special than a normal buzzer. Right, so keep watching and we'll shut down to the table, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. And unfortunately, they're a little bit pricey compared to your normal buzzers, but for what they do, they're worth it in the long run. Anyway, let's get to the table, open this bag up, show you it, tell you about it, and make up your own mind, see what you think. Okay then, pilots and ground crew, to the table. Here we go then, pilots. Let's get into the packaging first of all. You can see it's the Hellgate Fpv Buzzer. I got this from Halo, links in the description. And like I said, it's not just your standard buzzer, it's something a bit special, but let's take a look at it first. Right then, if I can get the thing out, and it is tiny. You get a couple of spare little bits of heat shrink if you need them. You get a little sticky back bit of paper, which you probably won't use. If you're using anything, you'll get your own M3. You get your tiny little buzzer with a bloody loud buzz. I believe it goes up to 90 decibels, which is quite loud. You'll have to excuse me, I'm putting my glasses on, I can't see a bleeding thing. Getting old. That's better. Yeah, and it's a nice little buzzer. I don't know if you'll see there though. You see what? First of all, we'll go in stages. You get three. Excuse me. You get 3 wires with it. Now, why 3? When most buzzers, I mean, if you compare it, let's just jump a little bit into the future, so to speak. If we compare it with a standard buzzer, you get your 2 wires and you wire it up to your flight control board. And if you crash, you flick a switch and it buzzes. And something like this is almost identical, but this one you'd plug into your receiver and it goes, well, it goes that way. You can plug it into your flight control board, I suppose, but it's really designed to plug into your receiver, assign a channel on your transmitter and you're off. Alright, but what makes this one completely different is it's got a tiny little lipo inside. So if you crash, unlike these other 2 I've just shown you, if you crash and your battery flies off, that's it, you're screwed. No buzzer, no now. Whereas with this little bad boy, right, now you're not going to believe this. You might if you've already seen them, but if you haven't, you're not going to believe this. It'll buzz off, for want of a better word, for 2 hours. Every 5 seconds it'll buzz for 2 hours. And obviously I haven't tried it, but from what I've seen, what I've read and what I understand, I will tell you if there's any difference. Right, it's bleeding loud and you can hear it quite well. But yeah, after the 2 hours though, it sets itself to buzz every 30 seconds for about 2 or 3 days, and it can go on for about 2 weeks. So your battery's flown off, but a few days later you'll still hear the buzzing and you'll find your quad. And all it is you connect up your red and black as you would connect up any other buzzer, and you've got an extra little colour here which goes into a spare UARC or a spare power port, I believe. Anything that gives the battery a voltage, and that way it knows if the battery's being ejected and it starts its own little buzzer. It looks like a tiny little, it's hard to see actually even with glasses on. Let's see, yeah, just ground 5-volt buzz, but yeah, I think it'll probably be a little 1 cell or a very small 2 cell, but it's probably a little 1 cell buzzer, but it's very tiny. Now I got it particularly for something important. You've heard me mention about a new quad I'm waiting for, and I'm waiting for a camera for it and all that sort of stuff. Alright, well that's why I got it. Alright, but if it works as good as it's meant to work, which I can't see any reason why it shouldn't, because the reviews on it are really good. There's been some really good reviews on it. Alright, now the only downside is, unlike something like this where you can plug in and then unplug it and plug it into another model and then plug it into another model, this stays in your model. You put it in and it stays in there because it's all soldered into your flight control board. So it's not something you swap about different models. If you want one for another model, okay, you could unsolder it, but you're not going to mess it. If you crash your model and you smash it to bits, then you can unsolder it and put it in another model, but you're not going to mess about doing that, especially if you're switching models at the field. Now, we could say the downside, they're quite expensive. When you think these things where you just plug straight in are about £3. These ones you make yourself, you buy the little buzzers, you get a pack of 5 for about £2-3 and you just solder some wires on. They're next to now as well, right? Whereas this is about £23. Yeah, I just paused for a second there to let it sink in. £24, which is a hell of a lot of money. But when you think about how much your quads are, and if you lose a quad in the grass, not on a roof, yeah, you'll know what I'm talking about if you're a subscriber. But if you lose your quad in heavy grass, right, and your batteries come off, there's a good chance you're never going to find it, because these little batteries will not work anymore once your lipo's been ejected. Whereas this, with a built-in lipo, it'll ring off for days and days and days, and you've got an excellent chance of finding your quad. So when you think about how much your quad costs and everything, it's not too bad a price to pay for the extra security. Anyway, I'll leave it there, pilots. I'll give you an update once it's in my little quad, when it bloody arrives. And I'll do a test with it, so to speak, show you it working, show you how to turn it on and off, because the turning it on and off is a bit weird. As soon as it's in, it's on. You power your battery up, right? As soon as you unplug your battery, it thinks your battery's being ejected. So you can't just unplug your battery, put it away and put another one in, or it's going to ring off. You unplug your battery, then you plug it back in again for a second, then you unplug it, and then it's off. It's a bit strange, but once I've got it in a model, right, I'll show you, and I'll do a quick test of it. Okay then, pilots and ground crew, thanks for watching. Here comes the FPV alien. Cheers.